The radical right and the fascists in America have found a new enemy. That enemy is empathy. Hi, my name is Dr. Edward Avery-Natale. I'm a professor of sociology. Now, when I tell you that fascists and the right in America are against empathy, that's not an exaggeration. This is not hyperbolic. I'm not going to go on and say you can see that they're against empathy because of their behaviors. I'm telling you that they're saying it out loud.
Fundamental weakness of Western civilization is empathy.
Now, you might think it's just Elon Musk, and we all know he's nuts. But it's not just this one Nazi, unfortunately.
Empathy almost needs to be struck from the Christian vocabulary.
It does.
Empathy
yes.
is dangerous. Empathy is toxic. Empathy will align you with hell.
Absolutely.
Now, this idea is not completely original to these guys, nor should we expect it to be. Elon Musk only buys other people's ideas. No, the idea comes from this guy, God Saad, and I could spend this video unpacking where this is coming from, but I'm not going to do that. Instead, I want to emphasize what makes this idea central to fascism. If you've watched my previous videos, then you already know that the state is central to the concept of fascism. If you haven't watched my earlier videos, I don't blame you. Many of them were banned from TikTok, but if you want to find them, you can find the link to my YouTube page in my link tree. But on your screen right now is a quote from Mussolini, the founding father of fascism. And Mussolini wrote that the state is absolute, in comparison with which all individuals or groups are relative, only to be conceived in their relation to the state, and that the state is all-embracing, outside of which no human or spiritual values can exist. Now, what does this have to do with empathy? The short answer is everything. If fascism tells us that the state is absolute and that we should only be conceived of in relation to the state, and that no human or spiritual value should exist outside of the state, then, in short, our religion should become the state. We should care only about the nation state and its dictator. But empathy breaks that spell. Through empathy, I come to see myself in the other. I see myself in another human being. Ultimately, fascists benefit from binary thinking. If I can believe that the only realities are black and white, male and female, cisgender and transgender, and so on, these kind of radical binary categories, from there I can easily go to binary thinking and think you are radically different from me, and that makes it easier to hate you. But empathy pushes us beyond those binaries. Through empathy, I see myself in you. I can see that you are a part of me and I am a part of you. Through empathy, it becomes impossible to truly hate you. It becomes impossible to not see you in your full humanity, because I am a part of you and you are a part of me, because at a fundamental level, we are the same and we are equal. Fascists need you to not see your fundamental similarity to other human beings. And thus, fascists need you to not have empathy. Because if you have empathy, then you have love. If you can see the similarity between you and another human being, then it becomes harder to believe that they are a monster. But the fascist needs you to believe in that monster. They need you to hate that monster. And thus they must convince you that empathy is wrong. But empathy is beautiful, empathy is human, and empathy is central to love. Don't give in to what they're saying you. Have empathy.